Hi everyone, welcome back! We are continuing today with the August 2024 Bird Whisperer project theme, subject matter. I forgot to look up the wait. It is called a butler bird. Anyways, I'm going to try and finish this today, and that is the goal. Also, bonus, I have a new tablet. A very, very awesome, kind friend of mine who I will call Star, because that's their handle. You know, the usual stuff that is out there, was kind enough to give me their old drawing tablet, which is super awesome. And even better, it's a Huon, because I absolutely love Huon. You guys should pay me. I'm joking. Kind of. It is, I think it's a canvas. I think that's what it said. It's a canvas GT191. So we're actually going to see how this works out. I will say the only thing that makes me sad is that there's no buttons on the side. There are no buttons on the side, which makes me sad. Actually, let me go and pull up a picture. Let me go do a Google search. Cuss you, Google. Oh. Hey, GT191. Huon tablet. Images. Okay. We will open image in new tab. Actually. Okay. Now we'll open the image in new tab. Okay, that's better. So I still have to get used to this. This is what it looks like. Ta-da! So this is my first, like, true blue dedicated drawing tablet that that is for high quality draws. So I'm very excited about this. And again, I'm very sad that there are no buttons on the side. But you know what? I got it for free. I am going to pay them. It's on loan, kind of. It's on loan right now. So they were kind enough to give this to me. I will be paying them for it eventually. But here we are. I'm very excited about this. And now, because there are no no buttons on the screen, on the thing. Oh, okay. Is this better now? I have a person. Wait, that's the wrong button. I put a question mark instead of an apostrophe mark. I am very, very silly. This is what I do whenever this. I am very excitable at the moment. I almost dropped my pen, and instead of typing an exclamation point, I very sillily typed a question mark. So I have been told that I am very, very quiet. This is not cool. I don't know if I'm louder yet. Am I louder yet? I have no idea, but we'll find out. Woohoo! Okay. Alrighty, let's get back onto this. I'm very, very excited. Oops. Control Z. Okay. So I am super, super excited about this. I'm very, 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 very excited. What? No. Okay. So, yeah, now I have to get used to... Oh, that's the wrong buttons. You lied to me. Woo! Okay. Nope, that button doesn't work. A little more, please. Okie dokie, I will see what I can do. I am actually as loud as I can be. Like, my mic audio thing says I am stupid loud. Although, it could be noise suppression. Let's turn you off. Okay, is this better? Okay. Now I need to figure out what I'm doing on this because I have no idea. No, I do know. I do know. But I want to play with this so badly. Just like play with the new tablet. I know it sounds super weird. But that's okay. That's what art is about, right? Right? We are allowed to be super weird. Anyways, Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I have lost my plan of attack for this because I have been easily distracted, which is fine. Being easily distracted is awesome! Kind of. No, maybe not. I don't know. But, okay, Control Z. Let's bring you down. No, charcoal. That's way too small. That is not what I'm looking for. Do 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 do. Do do. No. Here we go. Basics. Oh, that's the blend. Okay. There we go. That's more what I'm looking for. Okay. And doot. Doot. Doot 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 doot. Oh my gosh. I'm almost wondering if it's because my mic is terrible. Which, you know, is a thing, which is fine. Woot. Woot. Ah, Control Z. You know what, let's Control Z that and make this brush just a fraction bigger. So as this is a new tablet for me, I honestly have no clue on its responses. So I am very excited learning this. And I'm sorry if nobody else is excited about it. No, actually I'm not sorry. I am absolutely not sorry at all. Oh my gosh. Woot, woot. I will say, having a tablet like this and being able to like really get into the digital artwork, I have missed this so much. Because this is the type of stuff I like to do. I need to put my gloves on. I have fingerless gloves that I absolutely love wearing whenever I'm working on tablets. I highly recommend them. And you don't have to get like the super special like gloves that you can get. You can just find like a comfy gloves. That if you like a certain special type of gloves, I highly recommend just finding your own. One that makes you feel comfortable. I don't like that. Control C. There we go. It's like, wait a second, I thought I put that in there. So yes, I do have a thing that says bird. I'm not sure if you caught the beginning of this, but yes, this is a bird for the Bird Whisperer project. I need to go and put a link in the description. But you can just type out Bird Whisperer project, and they've been doing this for a number of years. Highly recommend if you want something to practice that you can do over however long you want to. Just a reminder that I have set my challenge to trying to do this painting in an hour. And considering that I am now on 2 hours, I have not succeeded on that. This particular bird is the battler. And I know I'm butchering it, but that's okay. That is perfectly okay for me to butcher it. But yes, no, I have missed being able to actually like get up close and personal with a piece of art. Now I have a regular tablet that I can do that with. The only downside with it is that it doesn't have as fine of a control as a regular drawing tablet does. And, you know, that's because it's not really meant for that. But that's fine. It doesn't have to be meant for that. I use it to, whenever I go to meet clients in person. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. When I go to meet clients in person, I actually like taking the other tablet because I can I can go and draw ideas for them, make quick adjustments, and just simply, be be responsive to what they're looking for. And I highly recommend that if you have clients, having a small tablet. Like, it doesn't have to be a real tablet. Like this kind of tablet that I'm working off of right now. It doesn't have to be Huon or Wacom or something like that, which they do make 2-in-1 tablets that are computer tablets, which is kind of cool and super weird. But they don't have to be that way. And that is definitely something that is something to think about whenever you're looking at stuff. I know of a young lady who's like still in high school and everything, who does these fantastic drawings they do these fantastic drawings, and yet they're doing it on their phone with their fingers. They don't have a stylus. They don't have anything. Well, okay, it's not that they don't have a stylus. They don't have a particularly sensitive stylus. So when they do their illustrations and stuff, or their drawings, they're using, the stylus that you might see at a reception hall or something, or lobby. Well, I suppose you could say reception hall. Okay, I really do need to leave this bird alone. I'm not overly thrilled with it, which is fine. My point is to try and get a feel of the bird with this. I don't think I'm doing real well. You can let me know in the description or in the comments. Not description, comments. Anyways, I am almost tempted just to go and repaint it. Now, the one thing I do really like is... Oh, wow. I actually like a lot of this. Okay, the only thing I really like is the face of the bird. So, we'll go and start with that. And we'll go and build it up from there. I told you guys that this was going to end up happening. That I was just going to be like, yeah, I don't like any of this, and I'm going to go back through and do it again. I told you that was going to end up happening. And now I have a tablet where I can just go and be like, I'm going to draw everything super detailed. Now that I say it like that, it's very, very bad. I'm so sorry. I am so very, very sorry. Anyways, so, yes. I know that, okay, I'm going to end up jumping between stuff because brains. No, so something that was mentioned earlier is how quiet my mic is, which is 100% true. I have known that's been quiet. I've looked into it, but right now my situation does not allow me to go and get a new mic. I can't say that I'm surprised that it's quiet. But my situation currently does not allow me to I really... Okay. So my situation doesn't currently allow me to go and get a new mic. But I am open to knowing about different mics. So if anyone has any suggestions, I highly would love to hear them. So if you have any mic suggestions, please drop me a link or something in the comments and I will look it up at a later point. Or you can just message it to me right now and hopefully I won't get distracted by the things. And y'all know I totally will. So, alright. Let's go with... Oh, you know what? That's fine. So, anyways, for anyone who's new, who doesn't know, I'm drawing on the Huion tablet, that actually has a screen on it, which I am super excited about. Thank you, human. But the other thing about this is that the program I am using is Sketchbook Pro. It's super cheap. It's like $20. You can use it on everything. I think it's really good for a Procreate alternative for as cheap as it is. Like you can get a free version and that's not a big deal, like at all. I definitely would recommend getting something that has drawing software, especially if you really want to get into drawing. The nice thing about Sketchbook is that you don't have to have an Apple and you don't have to have a Windows. It literally works on every software that's out there. I'm not happy with that. There it is. Okay. Or every operating system. That's one reason why I like it, is because pretty much it carries over onto everything. Sorry folks, that's just how I am. Okay, that works better. At least that's how I feel. I feel like it has done a fantastic job on being diverse. Don't get me wrong, Procreate is very powerful and very good. But again, I think that it is something that if you have the capabilities of using Procreate, do it. But if you don't, this is a really good alternative. Especially if you have no monies. Alternatively, if you want to get a excellent painting software, in which case I will eventually show you guys. But if you want to get an excellent painting software, I highly recommend keeping an eye on Humble Bundle, because sometimes they have a sale on a program called Rebel. Again, I am not paid for any of this. I'm just giving my personal opinion on this. And my personal opinion on this is that Rebel is an excellent painting program if you want to get into fine painting. I use Rebel 5, which is what Humble Bundle had. And it, even though I didn't have a tablet, a monitor tablet like I do now, I felt like I was painting just with my regular computer. So I really can't wait to try it with try it with this tablet. So I will absolutely 1000% let you guys know my thoughts on it. So if any of you are interested, like I said, I recommend getting Rebelle if you are, especially if you are a traditional painter. 100% if you are a traditional painter. Because, oh my god, that thing is amazing. I will work to have a thing in the description. Link in the description, that's what it is. I'm doing super well with this. But no, these are programs I really like and believe in, and think that if they got more funding or whatever, they could be really, really good. Now, Rebelle gets plenty of funding, but I do recommend that if you want to go and do professional style, especially all day, every day, I do recommend that you get the professional level of these programs, or the pro level. Sometimes you don't need it. It really depends on your workload and what all you have. Plus, they don't steal your shit. Excuse me, they don't steal your stuff. And yeah. So I recommend it. I do. I really, really do. Freaking love Rebelle. Like, you know when a product is made out of love just based on how it functions, and Rebelle was just pure love and poetry. And the version I have is about 2 generations old. I cannot wait to try the newer generation. Like, I am super stoked about that. Again, that'll probably be after I get a new mic that will hear everything. I.e., my little fuzzy. Yes, you. My little fuzzy who hangs out with me in the studio. I do actually have a studio. So a little while back, my roommate moved out of our apartment, and so I changed rooms. I moved my bed out of my room, and apparently, that's all it took for me to go and turn my old bedroom into a studio, because apparently I was just living inside of a studio for a number of years. Let me tell you, that was, I don't know if that was heartbreaking or just like not even realizing how much of a art person I was. Because let me tell you, that was interesting. Okie dokie. I will probably not finish this up today either. It's my own fault. I knew it was going to happen. Tuesday, when I made the statement that, oh yeah, no, it'll be totally fine. I'll get this all done. Oh wait, maybe not. I might just come back to it and be like, nah, I don't like this. Well, that's exactly what happened. And yeah, I still don't regret my decision. So, I'm so sorry. I do not regret my decision. Like, at all. Okay, never mind. I do regret my decision. Itty bitty. But, oh my god, I love this thing. I am super excited over this thing. Love it so much. You know what, screw this. I'm gonna go and paint this right over it. I do not ever expect to be like monetized by YouTube. I let my mouth run. Because, you know, art is all about all about, you know, expressing yourself and all that. And when you do art, you shouldn't be like forced to be. You shouldn't force yourself to be absolutely you shouldn't force yourself to be, you know, something you're not whenever you're doing art, because it actually goes and does things. I love it. Somebody changed their handle. I like it. Woohoo! It's all good. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't even know why I'm redoing the beak. I could have just stolen it from the other one that I liked. But I am. You know what? Forget it. I am too far invested in this now. So I did the classic mistake of not actually checking what layer I was on before making decisions. And, well, decision has been made. I can't change it now! I could, but no. We're too far in! We're too far in! Oh my. There we go. So I will also say this. I am not using this super effectively. Still learning it, but that's okay. I love this thing. I love this tablet, though I'm not gonna lie, my back kind of hurts. It's alright. It is alright. Yeah, no. If you have, I'm gonna say this, if you have not accidentally painted things on the same level, or on a level or layer or whatever, bugger. Go away. If you have not accidentally painted things on the same level or layer, then I don't know. You're just not doing it enough. Because believe me, that is a thing that will always happen. And if you don't think it will, you haven't done it enough. Because that is a thing that every single artist has absolute nightmares over. Okay, maybe not exactly nightmares, but if you're a digital artist, 100% you have a special hatred in your heart for it. Right? Like, even professional graphic designers, whose job it is to 100% work in layers, will do it. And then they'll be like, oh no. Oh no. And then proceed to freak out for like the next 30 minutes, being like, I can't find this anywhere. That, and also saving your files. Like, saving files is absolutely having a solid file structure. I'm sure that, is it Osiris? I'm sure that Osiris knows what I'm talking about. Just be like, no, bro, I don't know nothing. So, one of the cool things about about Sketchbook, and I know that lots of other programs have done it too, is that it will okie dokie. What's the opacity? They've updated this. That's different. Okay. Anyways, there we go. So, oh. Okay. What was I saying? Layers. I've lost track of what I was saying. Oh no. And it's permanent, semi-permanently on the internet. You know, back in my day, they said that once something was on the internet, it's forever on the internet. I have come to find that to be a dirty, filthy lie. It unless you are super uber famous, no. It is definitely not always on the internet. And super uber famous can be anything from locally famous to being nationally famous. Okay. And, yeah. Okay, I may have to reset this. Yes. Are you kidding me? That's the reset? Ugh. Let's bring you over. Okay. Alright, let's try you now. Oh my god. Well, I got it to be way more responsive. Looks wonky as heck, but I can fix that with my handy dandy blending tool. Oh, since I still can't remember what I was saying like 30 seconds ago, going back to an earlier statement about gloves, just find a pair of gloves that you really, really like. And like I said, they don't have to be like super expensive gloves. They can be super stupid cheap gloves. Oh, that's wrong. Ah! That's the wrong one. They can be cheap gloves, but they can be super expensive. I will say that the fingerless gloves I use whenever I'm drawing, especially on my desktop, which I am working on right now, are really, really expensive. Not because they're better or anything. They aren't at all designed to be used on a tablet. They are literally fingerless gloves that I picked up at a boutique in Taos, New Mexico. Which, by the way, if you get to a chance to visit, I highly, highly recommend. It's very pretty there. The store is Cashmere and Chocolate, and yes, they are cashmere gloves. They are very beautifully done. The cashmere is locally sourced from local herds in the area. They have I think they have, don't quote me on this, but I think they have like an exclusive contract where the sheep that they use are in the area, are from the area, and so they yeah. they get to go and like get to work with that, and that's really cool. That's one way to go and support local business, and I am all for supporting local business. Okay, I need to get away from this eye because I will not leave it alone until I have wrecked it. And I say that as I am not leaving it alone. But that's okay. Because, there, I am leaving it alone now. Oh, that turned out really nice. But no, it's like and that's how you source stuff is really important, I feel. I could also be super weird. Let me rephrase that. I full on recognize that I am a super weird person. And that I am super, 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 super weird. I full on recognize this about myself. That being said, because I recognize this about myself, I get to enjoy good stuff. Again, they are not paying me for advertisements of their stuff. I will say that if you like spicy chocolate, Cashmere and Chocolates is an amazing place to go. They have truffles or bonbons or whatever you want to call them that have like jalapeno inside of them. I am not brave enough to try it. I did do the one chip challenge, and I will full on admit I am not a fan of that stuff. But if you want to increase your tolerance to heat, I do recommend doing the one chip challenge because your tolerance will be super massive. Like, it will get a massive jump. Think of it like playing Final Fantasy and you somehow manage to go and beat a dragon at like level 10. You know, or if you ever played Final Fantasy VIII, there is an area in the garden where you can go and find dinosaurs. Well, there's a T-Rex in there, and when you first start out playing, unless you're really, really good at the game to the point where you break it, not like actually physically breaking, but to the point where you break it, that is really hard to do. And essentially, you're going from being low level to extremely high level very, very quickly. And yes, that is definitely a thing. So that is essentially what the one chip challenge does. Now, tips: make sure that you don't have to go to work for the next day or so, because you will hate your life. There's a lot of life hating in that moment. Lot of questioning of, was this a smart move? The answer is no. It is not a smart move. And I don't care what the challenge rankings are. If you go from a 0, absolutely cannot handle anything spicy, to, oh my god, everything needs to have some spice, you deserve like a low reward. Because yes, it will full on be like that. Because I did the one chip challenge, and my previous roommate, who was a saint, seriously was an absolute saint, would always add like jalapenos or something to our meal just to add like a little bit of spices. Yes, she cooked. She was a saint, and I miss her very, very dearly. I still try to we still meet up, once a week. But After that challenge, I never complained about the spiciness of the food. And I don't know if she actually acknowledged that or not, but I have definitely acknowledged that now. I did not get the full benefits of her cooking until now. And it makes me sad that we no longer live together, because I don't like cooking. I absolutely hate cooking. I will bake every now and again, but I absolutely hate cooking. Cooking and baking are two entirely separate things. If you don't know that, go get yourself educated. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. I've been popping my back all day. It's been interesting. Today's been really bad about it. Not because my back hurts when I do it. Actually, it feels really, really nice. But because I suppose it is because it feels really, really nice. No, it's just that okay, see, I like this one so much more than... Alright. Doot, doot. Whoops, wrong one. Doot. Nope, that's not what there we go. I will figure this thing out. So, I like... So, here's what we started out with. This is where we're at right now. I like it so much better. And I told you this was going to happen. Where I'm just like, yeah, we'll go and do this. Then I would come back and be like, no, I don't. It's pretty much just because I have sat there and done it once. Oops, wrong one. Wrong button. Keep forgetting. My buttons are not set up anymore in a way that makes sense. That I will have to go and redo all of this. Yeah. It's always nice whenever you have your buttons set out. Do recommend that if you have your buttons set out, do it right. And make sure that everything follows the same button rule. Oops, there we go. Because I certainly have not, and now we see what kind of trouble I'm in. And if you are new here and don't know what the button rule is having all your buttons the same style or same layout. It's kind of like the Xbox controller versus every other controller. Oddly enough, it's the one thing that Windows is stubborn about. No, not selling off their client's data. Why would they be stubborn about that? I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? As some of you may know, I will share my conspiracy theories on here every now and again. And I mean this as a pure joke in a joking manner. I don't have full-on conspiracy theories because there are no conspiracies. Okay, that's not true. There are very few conspiracies, especially ones that can take years to find out. Because no one can keep a secret. No large groups of people can keep a secret. The only way that happens is if the entire country gets wiped out. Like the Aztecs. The Aztecs got completely wiped out, and we have no clue about anything from them. But that's not necessarily a conspiracy. We have some ideas. That was a bit of a fib. We have some ideas because some of the people survived and some of the language survived. But the mass amount of knowledge that was lost is ridiculous. Got to love that. So, but no one group can actually hold a secret forever. People just can't do it. Probably a really good example of that is the dude on, what was it, Discord, that just absolutely leaked so many of the nation's secrets, all for like online clout and everything. It's like, what is wrong with you? This is your job, not to tell people this stuff. What does he do? Tell it to them. Not just tell it, but like broadcast it. All because that was clout for him. And yeah, that's just so ridiculous. I kind of feel bad for them, because clearly they were young and dumb. That's usually how that stuff works. Enjoy youth. You're allowed to be dumb when you're young. Once you reach a certain age, they're all like, you can't be dumb anymore. But I haven't learned how to do all this. So? Makes us sad. Anyways, I am just rambling. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I have no issues answering them. Although, as I said, I am not going to finish this tonight. But I am liking this so much better than previously. Which is important. It is very, very, very important that whenever you're working on stuff, and you don't have to always like it, but it's very important that when you work on stuff, you do like what you're working on. Even if it's just a little bit. I know that last time I did talk about, the different stages of work. And, I did talk about how there's the ugly stage, but you still have to like the work in order for your brain to want to move past the ugly stages. And that is really, really hard. And like I said, it's really hard to get past those stages, especially when you're just like working on stuff alone. By the way, if any of you all are interested, Clever Kaiju, yes, again, plugs. Clever Kaiju is holding a meeting before too long, I think this week, and they're doing get together. So if you are in the Springfield, Missouri area, I do recommend going. You get to meet with some pretty awesome people who have done comic books, yada yada, all that kind of stuff. No, they're all really cool. Highly recommend them. Even if you aren't in the Springfield, Missouri area, I do recommend finding your own group that is a collective of artists. You don't have to go and be like, yeah, AI's bad, all these things. You don't have to be proactive, politically proactive or anything. The main part is just be together and encourage each other to work, to draw. Be your accountability buddies. If you're not familiar with that term, I do recommend watching How to ADHD. Essentially, have somebody who will help you be accountable. And it doesn't just have to be you. You can actually be the accountability buddy for somebody else. And that is a really powerful thing because it shows that somebody has a lot of trust in you. And I know that I've got a couple of friends that are like, hey, yeah, can you help me with this? I'm just like, why would you ask me? I'm a terrible person at remembering. Do you not remember me going and saying, hey, here's this thing. Did this thing happen? Or recently I've been, one of my friends I've been talking to, they'll be like, hey, here's my SO's name. They'll be like, yeah, I was talking about insert SO's name right here. And I'm like, oh, who's that person? I know we've talked about this person before, but who is it? And I just feel so bad about it because they're always like, it's my significant other. I was like, oh, I am so sorry. Yes, continue on with how your SO was. I was like, I'm so sorry. And memory is one of those things. But going back to the accountability thing, I mean, just having somebody putting that trust in you is super, super cool and everything. Oh my god, I was getting ready to... I miss my buttons, but that's okay. I will figure out my buttons. I will get my buttons back eventually in some form or another. It is absolutely fine. Anyways, but having somebody put that much trust in you is super, super complimentary. And putting your trust into somebody else to help you with that is also really, really complimentary. Now, if you don't have anyone in your area, there is a service called, crap, what is it called? It's called, Boss as a Service. There we go. I do recommend them for that. You go and talk with them every couple of days and all that. And, you know, it doesn't have to just be people that you are... It doesn't just have to be professional work and everything. They will help you with whatever it is that you need help with, which is super nice of them. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, they'll help you out with whatever it is that you need help with. They can do it like in a really, really professional manner, or they can do it in a not so professional manner. Anyways, so no, they're super, super cool like that. I think it's only like $25 a month. I know, I say only. But they will work with you on your time schedule and everything. So if you say, hey, I need to get this thing done by this date because I have this going on, they'll be like, okay, hey, where's your thing at? And essentially they act like accountability buddy. They are also somebody I learned about through How to ADHD. So if you get the chance to do that, by all means. I use How to ADHD for a lot of things, for references and things like that. I have not been officially tested in many, many years. So, yes. I don't have that paperwork anymore, so I can't get like an ADA. I have to go and get reevaluated and retested, which kind of, let me tell you, kind of sucks. Because it's like, oh, yeah, I have this thing, but I don't have any paperwork documenting that. And I also was never ended up taking the pills or anything on that. So that's been fun. I do highly, highly recommend, if you think or even suspect that you are ADHD, have somebody who you know is ADHD positive and have them go and tell you, you know, kind of, hey, do I seem like I have ADHD or something? because that'll give you like a good basis to start out with and be like, yeah, yeah. Because ADHDers or anyone who's even on the spectrum will always be on the lookout for somebody who is similar to them. Because, you know, we're all like trying to do things, trying to, you know, find people that we connect with. And a lot of people who are on the spectrum or who have ADHD are just like, hey, we want to connect with people who are like us. I mean, everyone wants to do that. Dude, I am liking this. See, this is the reason why. Because why I am liking doing this. Because here I am doing something I wouldn't normally do, and yet using tools I wouldn't normally use. And now I'm getting effects that I'm wanting faster than I was before, but it's still, you know, it's still slower than I want it to be. But that's the whole point of this, is to actually get out of those safeties. Because I can almost guarantee you, actually no, I can straight up guarantee you that this is not something I would have done before. I don't know why I did that. Whoops. Okay, we are down to our last 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Woot. So we are down to our last 3 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and start my, like, intro or outro. There we go. My outro, because I have no idea how to do this. It'll be okay. So, I'm thankful that you guys are here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed my random ramblings. Please feel free to go and ask me any questions in the comments. And if you have any like critiques or anything, please feel free to ask or say them. Whether or not I listen to you depends entirely if they're coming from a good place, as they should always do so. As that's how you should always evaluate things. Does it come from a good place, and is it helpful? So, I hope that you all are safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, which will be continuing with the next adventure in Neverwinter Nights. By the way, once I finish the main quest of Neverwinter Nights, there's expansions, which I have never touched before, so I'm super excited over that. And yeah. But I do have a lot of quests and side quests in there, so I'm excited to go and test that out. But anyways, that is Saturday's event, and I look forward to seeing you all then. And y'all be safe out there. You guys have a good one, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. All right. See you all later.